Aging is often seen as a time when our bodies start to slow down, when our memory fades, and when our minds lose their sharpness. We're told that with age comes inevitable cognitive decline, that forgetting names, losing our keys, and struggling to concentrate are simply parts of growing older. But what if that isn't the whole story? What if I told you that your mind has the potential to stay just as sharp, if not sharper, as you grow older? Welcome to Golden Daily Life, where we share tips and wisdom to help you age gracefully and live your best life. Today, we're going to explore the truth about aging and mental fitness. How can you maintain and even enhance your mental clarity as the years go by? Let's start by debunking one of the biggest myths about aging. The myth that as we grow older, our minds inevitably decline. It's true that many people experience memory issues as they age, but it's not a guarantee. The good news is that there are ways to protect your mental health and even boost your brain power as you get older. Here's the first thing you need to know. The brain is capable of growth and renewal, even in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. This ability is known as neurogenesis, the process by which the brain creates new brain cells. For a long time, scientists thought that the brain could not grow new cells after a certain age, but research in the past couple of decades has proven this theory wrong. In fact, your brain is more adaptable than you might think. The secret lies in challenging it. Just like how regular physical exercise strengthens muscles, mental exercise strengthens your brain. When you engage your brain in learning, problem solving, and other mentally stimulating activities, you're actually encouraging your brain to form new connections and grow stronger. When we stop engaging in mentally stimulating activities, our brains can weaken over time, just like any muscle that isn't being used. But the good news is, it's never too late to start. Even in later life, you can improve your mental fitness and stay sharp. Let's take a closer look at the importance of staying mentally active as you age. Engaging in mental activities such as reading, puzzles, learning new skills, or even playing a musical instrument helps keep the brain engaged. When you challenge your brain, it creates new pathways and strengthens existing ones, making it easier to recall information, stay focused, and think clearly. But how do you know if you're keeping your brain sharp enough? Well, the key lies in forming habits that keep your mind active and challenged. You don't have to become a master at everything you try, but making an effort to learn something new every day can have a significant impact on your brain's health. Let's take a look at some real-life examples. Take Eleanor, for instance. At the age of 74, Eleanor decided to learn French. She didn't do it because she had to, but because she wanted to connect with her grandchildren in a deeper way. Every morning, she practiced with flashcards, repeated phrases, and didn't shy away from making mistakes. She embraced the learning process with enthusiasm and persistence. 6 months later, Eleanor was able to have full conversations in French. Her experience shows that learning a new skill doesn't just keep your brain active, it can also lead to incredible personal satisfaction and a sense of accomplishment. Roger, 81, is another example. He started learning to play the piano for the first time in his life. Even though his hands were slower, his passion for music was stronger than ever. It didn't matter that he wasn't a professional pianist, he loved the challenge, and he enjoyed the process of learning. Roger's story proves that it's never too late to pick up something new, and the mental benefits of doing so are immense. These stories remind us that aging isn't an obstacle to learning or growth. In fact, some might argue that with age comes the freedom and wisdom to pursue new passions and challenges. So why is it that some people experience mental decline while others continue to grow mentally stronger? Part of the answer lies in the habits you build over your lifetime. Habits like staying socially engaged, eating brain-boosting foods, and exercising regularly can help maintain your mental fitness. Let's look at some of the biggest factors that impact mental fitness as we age. First, social engagement is incredibly important. Humans are social creatures, and staying connected with others helps to keep your brain healthy. When you have conversations, share experiences, and engage in social activities, you're stimulating your brain and reinforcing your cognitive abilities. Studies have shown that people who are socially active tend to have better memory retention and mental clarity as they age. Physical exercise also plays a crucial role in mental fitness. Regular physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, which helps nourish brain cells and enhances cognitive function. Exercise also reduces stress, which is one of the major factors that can impair mental clarity. It's not necessary to run a marathon, but something as simple as a daily walk can have a profound impact on your brain health. Lastly, sleep is essential for mental fitness. While we sleep, the brain clears out waste products, consolidates memories, and repairs itself. If you're not getting enough quality sleep, it can have a negative impact on your mental clarity and memory. The key takeaway here is that mental fitness is not about avoiding aging. It's about being proactive in how you take care of your brain. By challenging your brain, staying socially connected, eating healthy foods, staying active, and getting enough sleep, you can maintain and even enhance your mental fitness as you age. Aging doesn't mean your mental abilities have to decline. In fact, it's a chance for you to sharpen your mind, learn new skills, and engage in activities that make you feel alive. As we continue exploring the truth about aging and mental fitness, let's dive deeper into the powerful role that learning and adaptation play in keeping your mind sharp. While many people believe that learning new things becomes harder with age, the opposite is actually true. The brain has an incredible ability to adapt and form new neural connections, a concept known as neuroplasticity. This means that, no matter how old you are, your brain is capable of changing, adapting, and growing. It's not a matter of being too old to learn. It's about how consistently you engage with your brain and challenge it in new ways. When we learn new things, whether it's a new language, a musical instrument, or even a new hobby, we activate different parts of our brain. This process of active learning strengthens those connections, helping to improve memory, cognitive flexibility, and problem-solving abilities. It's the mental equivalent of lifting weights for your brain. Every time you push your brain to learn something new, you're making it stronger and more agile. Why mental flexibility is key. Mental flexibility is a critical component of brain health. As we get older, many of us may feel set in our ways, particularly when it comes to how we think or solve problems. But being open to new perspectives and learning new skills not only helps to prevent cognitive decline, it actually fosters mental resilience. One example of this is the growing popularity of brain training apps and games. These tools are designed to stimulate cognitive function and challenge the brain with tasks that require focus, memory, and problem solving. Although some skeptics question the long-term effectiveness of brain training games, research suggests that regularly engaging in these types of activities can improve specific cognitive functions like working memory and processing speed. However, brain training doesn't have to come from an app or a game. Simply adopting a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities can improve with effort and practice, can be a game changer. If you view challenges as opportunities to learn rather than obstacles, you'll naturally push your brain to grow and stay sharp. In fact, many seniors find that their ability to adapt and problem solve improves as they age, particularly if they're consistently exposed to new situations. One great way to challenge your brain is by stepping out of your comfort zone. Take a class on something you've always been interested in. Travel to a new place. Join a group where you can learn new things and meet new people. The importance of social connections for mental health. Another significant factor that influences your mental fitness as you age is the level of social engagement in your life. Maintaining strong social connections is vital for both emotional and cognitive well-being. When you interact with others, whether it's through conversations, shared activities, or group experiences, you're giving your brain a workout. Conversations stimulate your memory, creativity, and ability to process information. When you're socially engaged, you're also reducing feelings of isolation and loneliness, which have been linked to cognitive decline. Studies have shown that individuals who are socially connected are less likely to experience memory problems, depression, and even conditions like dementia. Regular social interaction has been found to improve cognitive function and help protect against cognitive decline. It's not just about staying active socially, it's about quality connections that keep you engaged mentally and emotionally. Being a part of a community, whether it's a local group, a club, or even an online community, can have profound effects on your mental health. It gives you a sense of purpose, keeps your brain active, and provides you with emotional support. So, if you're looking to stay mentally fit, surround yourself with people who encourage learning, growth, and open dialogue. Nutrition, fueling your brain for success. Now, let's talk about what you eat and how it impacts your brain. You've likely heard that eating a healthy diet is important for your body, but what about for your brain? A healthy, well-balanced diet has the power to support brain health and mental clarity. Certain nutrients are essential for keeping your brain sharp, and these nutrients can be found in the foods you eat every day. Omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals all play key roles in brain health. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in foods like fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, walnuts, and flax seeds, have been shown to promote brain function and reduce the risk of cognitive decline. Omega-3s help reduce inflammation in the brain and improve memory, mood, and learning abilities. Antioxidants, found in berries, leafy greens, and dark chocolate, protect the brain from oxidative stress, which can contribute to age-related cognitive decline. These antioxidants fight against free radicals, harmful molecules that can damage cells, including brain cells. The B vitamins, particularly B12, B6, and folate, are also essential for maintaining mental fitness. They help improve memory, focus, and concentration. Foods rich in B vitamins include eggs, dairy, leafy vegetables, and fortified cereals. In addition, vitamin D is crucial for brain health. Many seniors experience a deficiency in vitamin D, especially if they spend limited time outdoors or don't get enough sunlight. Vitamin D plays a key role in cognitive function and may help protect against conditions like Alzheimer's disease. When it comes to brain health, it's not just about what you eat, it's about avoiding certain foods as well. Processed foods, especially those high in added sugars, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives, can have negative effects on brain function. These foods can cause inflammation in the brain, leading to cognitive decline and even increasing the risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. In contrast, a diet rich in whole foods, vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, and lean proteins helps nourish the brain and supports cognitive function. So, if you want to keep your mind sharp, focus on eating nutrient-dense foods that are beneficial for brain health. Exercise, move your body, strengthen your mind. Exercise isn't just about staying fit, it's about keeping your brain healthy, too. Physical activity has been shown to increase blood flow to the brain, which helps nourish brain cells and improve cognitive function. Exercise also reduces stress, which can impair memory and focus. Even something as simple as a daily walk can have a profound effect on your brain health. Regular exercise has been linked to improved memory, better concentration, and faster reaction times. It also helps improve your mood by releasing endorphins, the body's natural feel-good hormones. For seniors, low-impact exercises like walking, swimming, yoga, and Tai Chi are great options for staying active without putting too much strain on the body. The key is to make exercise a regular part of your routine. It doesn't have to be intense, it just has to be consistent. As we continue this journey into the deeper truth about aging and mental fitness, it's time to explore the emotional and psychological layers that shape how we age. Because no matter how much we eat the right foods or keep our bodies moving, true wellness begins with how we feel, how we cope, and how we view the world around us. The power of perspective. One of the greatest tools we have for protecting mental fitness is something we don't often recognize: our perspective. How you view aging directly affects how you experience it. If you believe aging is a period of decline, your brain tends to respond accordingly. But if you see aging as a time of wisdom, growth, and discovery, that mindset unlocks possibilities. It helps keep you mentally flexible, emotionally grounded, and spiritually fulfilled. Seniors who maintain a positive view of aging are shown to live longer, handle stress better, and recover more quickly from illness. This is more than just a cheerful attitude, it's a proven factor in mental and physical resilience. You may not have control over everything that happens in your body as the years go by, but you do have control over how you face each day, each challenge, and each change. Choosing gratitude, embracing humor, and finding purpose. These are the real elixirs of healthy aging. Stress, the silent thief of mental sharpness. Now, let's talk about a quiet enemy of mental clarity: stress. Chronic stress does more than just make you feel tense. It actively interferes with brain function. It shrinks the areas responsible for memory, damages neural connections, and increases the risk of cognitive decline. Long-term stress can contribute to anxiety, depression, sleep issues, and even Alzheimer's. So what can you do? The first step is to recognize when stress is present. It may show up as forgetfulness, irritability, fatigue, or even physical symptoms like headaches or chest tightness. Often we brush these off as just aging, but they're actually signs your mind needs care. The second step is to create space in your life for calm. Breathing exercises, mindfulness, meditation, or even simple quiet time each day can dramatically reduce the harmful effects of stress. Nature walks, listening to music, journaling, these aren't luxuries. They are prescriptions for your brain. And let's not forget laughter. A good laugh lowers stress hormones, increases oxygen to the brain, and even improves immune function. Surround yourself with people who make you laugh, or revisit those old shows and memories that bring joy. The sleep-brain connection. Sleep is one of the most underrated factors in mental health, especially as we age. Poor sleep doesn't just leave you groggy, it weakens memory, slows thought, and increases the risk of cognitive disorders. During sleep, your brain performs essential housekeeping. It clears away toxins, processes memories, and resets neural connections. Without deep, restful sleep, your brain starts running on empty. Many older adults struggle with sleep, either falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking too early. This is often due to changes in melatonin levels, medical conditions, or stress. But good sleep is possible. Start by creating a consistent sleep routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Avoid caffeine late in the day. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. And limit screen time before bed. The blue light from phones and TVs can interfere with your brain's natural sleep signals. Some people find success with soothing nighttime rituals, gentle stretching, herbal teas, reading a calming book, or even soft music. The goal is to signal to your body and brain, it's time to rest. Improved sleep doesn't just help you feel better, it can sharpen your memory, improve mood, and even protect your brain from long-term damage. Memory and meaning. The role of reminiscence. Memory is more than recall. It's identity. It's the stories we carry and the legacy we share. As we age, memory can shift. Some details fade, names slip, and events blur. This can feel frustrating, even frightening. But memory isn't just about remembering facts, it's about how we hold meaning. Reminiscence therapy, the intentional act of recalling and sharing life experiences, has been shown to enhance cognitive function, reduce depression, and increase life satisfaction in older adults. Telling your stories, revisiting old photos, talking with loved ones about the past, these are not just pleasant activities, they're powerful brain workouts. In fact, Your life story is one of your most valuable assets. Reflecting on your journey, your challenges, and your victories doesn't just stimulate memory, it affirms your worth. It reminds you of who you are and all you've lived through. So take time to revisit your memories. Organize old letters, create a photo book, record your voice telling childhood stories for your grandchildren. These actions aren't just for nostalgia, they're fuel for your mind and heart. The role of purpose. Purpose is the compass of the mind. When we have a reason to get up in the morning, no matter how big or small our brain responds, it becomes more focused, more driven, more alive. Studies show that seniors who report having a sense of purpose have stronger memory, better health, and longer lives. Whether it's caring for a pet, tending a garden, mentoring someone younger, volunteering, or pursuing a new interest, purpose gives life structure. It gives the brain direction. Sometimes we believe purpose must be grand, like writing a book or founding a charity. But often, the smallest acts carry the deepest meaning. A morning walk where you greet the neighbors, cooking a recipe that's been in the family for generations, calling someone who might be lonely. These are not small things. These are powerful expressions of purpose. Aging doesn't take away your worth. It refines it. You are still needed, still capable of growth, and still uniquely qualified to bring light into someone else's life and your own. The myths we must let go. There are so many myths surrounding aging, that you can't learn new things, that memory always declines, that your best days are behind you. These are false and dangerous beliefs. The truth is, mental fitness can improve at any age. Older adults are often better at emotional regulation, decision-making, and understanding complex situations. You've been through more. You've seen more. Your mind holds layers of insight that no textbook can teach. But to protect this mental strength, we must keep feeding it. With curiosity, with connection, with care. Aging isn't a problem to be solved. It's a process to be honored. As we reach the final chapter of this journey into the truth about aging and mental fitness, let's focus on the most powerful tool of all, connection. Because while the mind thrives on nutrition, movement, and rest, it blossoms in the presence of others. Connection, the brain's lifeline. Human beings are wired for connection, and as we age, our need for meaningful relationships becomes even more essential. Not just for happiness, but for mental health, emotional resilience, and even physical longevity. Loneliness is one of the most underestimated threats to cognitive well-being. It can lead to depression, sleep disturbances, memory loss, and increased risk of dementia. But connection, real, warm, consistent connection, has the opposite effect. It stimulates the brain, boosts mood, and strengthens memory. It's never too late to build or rebuild your circle. Start with one person, one call, one conversation. And remember, connection doesn't have to be complicated. A chat with a neighbor, a regular phone call with a sibling, attending a local event, or joining a group that shares your interest. These small acts ripple out in powerful ways. Even pets can make a difference. Caring for a dog or cat provides routine, comfort, and affection, all of which protect your brain and your spirit. Staying mentally engaged in daily life. Mental fitness isn't something that happens only in crossword puzzles or memory games, although those are wonderful. It happens in everyday choices. Simple things that keep your brain curious and engaged. Try brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand, rearranging your morning routine, learning the lyrics to a new song, reading a book in a genre you don't usually choose. These gentle challenges wake up new areas of the brain. Even something as ordinary as cooking a new recipe, taking a different walking path, or striking up a conversation with someone unfamiliar can activate your brain in fresh, powerful ways. Staying mentally engaged doesn't have to be a chore. It can be playful, joyful, creative. The brain, like a muscle, thrives on variety. So mix it up, be bold, experiment. The power of learning something new. One of the biggest myths about aging is that learning becomes harder or pointless. That is simply not true. In fact, learning something new later in life can be even more beneficial than in youth. It strengthens existing brain pathways and builds new ones. It boosts confidence. It reignites purpose. Have you ever wanted to learn a language, try watercolor painting, pick up a musical instrument, or even take a course online about something that fascinated you in childhood? This is the time. Your brain is still capable of growth and eager for it. Even if you've never been the academic type, learning doesn't have to feel like school. It can be hands-on, fun, and free from pressure. The key is in the process, not perfection. Each time you challenge your mind, you are building cognitive reserves, a kind of mental savings account that supports long-term brain health. Emotions and mental fitness. Let's talk honestly about emotion. As we grow older, emotions deepen, experiences accumulate, grief becomes a familiar companion. So does joy, wisdom, and reflection. But unresolved emotion, especially suppressed sadness, fear, or anger, can cloud mental clarity. It can create a weight that slows thought, increases anxiety, and diminishes energy. Mental fitness is not just about being sharp, it's also about being emotionally well. This means acknowledging your feelings, naming them, sitting with them when needed, and releasing them when ready. Some people find help through journaling, others through therapy, support groups, or conversations with trusted friends. Sometimes, simply speaking your truth out loud can lift a burden you've carried alone for too long. It's not weakness to feel, it's strength. Your brain and your heart are not separate, they work together. Heal one, and the other begins to flourish. Spirituality and inner peace. For many, the later years of life invite deeper spiritual exploration. Whether through religion, meditation, nature, or quiet contemplation, this search for meaning nourishes the mind. Spirituality doesn't have to be about belief systems, it's about connection to something greater, to stillness, to legacy. Practices like prayer, silence, gratitude, or reflective reading can activate areas of the brain linked to empathy, creativity, and inner calm. Spiritual engagement has even been linked to slower cognitive decline, reduced depression, and better overall well-being in older adults. Whatever your path may be, nurturing your inner world is a vital part of keeping your mind strong. Self-compassion in aging. One of the most overlooked aspects of mental fitness is kindness to yourself. As the body changes, as memory flickers, as routines shift, it can be easy to fall into frustration or self-criticism. But mental wellness begins with how you speak to yourself. Would you scold a loved one for forgetting a word or for needing more rest? Of course not. You'd offer patience, comfort, understanding. You deserve the same. Self-compassion isn't indulgence. It's medicine. Forgive yourself for not doing everything perfectly. Celebrate the moments you've grown, the days you've tried, the years you've lived. Be proud of the strength it took to reach this point. You are still growing, still learning, still living, and that deserves grace. Your brain is listening. Every word you think, every habit you repeat, every belief you hold, your brain is listening. It's adjusting. It's forming new patterns based on what you give it. So tell it good things. Feed it with wonder, not worry. With love, not fear. With purpose, not regret. Aging does not dim the light of your mind. If anything, it reveals its depth, its courage, its beauty. You are not losing yourself. You are becoming more fully you. Closing words. So now, we arrive at the heart of it all. Aging is not the end of your mental power, it is the awakening of it. Yes, things change, but so do you. And inside you lives the capacity to adapt, to reflect, to inspire. Nourish your mind with good food. Move your body with love. Rest deeply. Connect freely. Learn boldly. Feel openly. And speak kindly, especially to yourself. You have wisdom the world still needs. You have stories that deserve to be told. You have a voice that can still echo far beyond what you see. And every time you choose to care for your mental fitness, you're not just preserving memory, you're honoring a lifetime. If you found value in this, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Golden Daily Life, and share this message with someone who matters to you. You never know who might need it today. Your journey is important, and we're grateful to walk this path with you.